Welcome to the Ridgewood High School Maroon Minute. We're excited to share with you short snippets and interviews to give you a snapshot look into our community. We're proud of our staff and students and want you to get to know them on another level. Go Maroons! All right, everybody, welcome. This is another episode of the Maroon Minute. It's a special one, as they all always are. We have with us Coach Peter Kay, and I'm really excited to have this conversation with him and help you learn a little bit more about Coach Kay and his role here at the school. Mr. Kay, I'd love if you could introduce yourself and maybe just a little bit about what you do here at the high school and maybe how long you've been here.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. Thanks for having me on. Definitely honored to do this with you, so thanks a lot. Yeah, this is my 6th year here at Ridgewood High School. I'm in the wellness department. I teach anything from freshman health, drug education, which I started this year. I do activity classes. I teach first aid with the seniors. Yeah, pretty much anything in the wellness department I will turn my hand to. And this also, I've just completed my 4th year as the head girls soccer coach as well.
Excellent. And I'm glad that you mentioned that one last, because I'd love to just point out some of the successes that you guys have had, especially recently. So this is you said your 4th year, right? Yeah. And just recently, you guys were able to have a successful run in the state tournament, and even the county tournament too, right?
Yeah.
Would you mind just sharing with us a little bit about what I would probably say is a historic run?
Yeah, it seems like it is definitely historic. The first time the girls program has won the county tournament and the state section in the same year. The county tournament, we've not won outright since 1993. Wow. And the program were co-champions in 1994. So certainly a long time. It was a fantastic achievement. We had a really great run. We managed to scrape past Waldwick in double overtime with 2 minutes to go in the first round, which really set us up. We got past Riverdale in the quarterfinal. Played IHA in the semi-final, and then played a really tough Ramapo team to a close game in the final, and managed to take it 1-0. With the state tournament, the state section, we managed to play at home. One of our major goals this year was to try and get #1 seed. In my previous 3 years, we've had to play away. In the sectional semi-final, and all 3 times we came away with a loss. So our goal this year was to try our best to make it to #1 seed. So we had home advantage, which certainly played a huge part in our success this year. Having the stands filled with all of the students was unbelievable. So yeah, we managed to win that last Friday for the first time since 1997.
That's amazing. That really, I mean, that is historic. And you said this was the first time that Ridgewood girls soccer has won both in the same year, first time ever.
I believe so.
That's amazing.
I believe so. Just from checking the banners in Gym 1, I think that's correct. Yeah. That's
awesome. And and from experience, being out there, it really was pretty electrifying. Yeah, and I've myself been a part of some state championship football programs, and the feeling was parallel. It was an amazing atmosphere, and I hope the girls were able to feed off of that. Is there something that you might say was kind of the tipping point that maybe helped you get over that hump to earn that home field spot?
I think again, just we set our goals at the start of the year. We have a really strong senior group this year who have been with me all the way through 4 years. They started obviously in the freshman program, and then have came through the program with me for 4 years. And I think they have bought in really for the whole of the 4 years, they've bought into kind of my philosophy and how I want to try and play. Nice. So yeah, this year we really wanted to set about taking each game. We definitely had a mantra all the way through the season. After meeting with Jim Stroker, actually, who's obviously a very famous person in Ridgewood and somebody I've got to know a little bit more the last couple of years.
Yeah,
we did some sessions with Jim, and he made a point to say to the girls that no game or no practice is any special than any other. Just take one game as it comes and just treat everything as the same. So that was something that we carried through actually through the whole season, and we literally just kept talking about that it was, we don't want to look too far. Let's just concentrate on this next game, and then we'll look at the next one after that if we progress. As I said, we were 2 minutes away from going to PKs against Waldwick, a team that we were expected to win, who were very, very strong on the day, and they were very deserving probably of maybe taking it to PKs. So yeah, it's very important in any sport, as you know, to try and concentrate and stay present in the moment, because you can't look too far forward. And I think that's something that we really concentrated on all season, and the girls did a great job of kind of not getting carried away with things. And obviously our job as coaches was to re-emphasize that to them.
Yeah, I love it. Molding young minds. That's amazing to help them navigate that mindset. It's pretty tough for young adults at that point. So I love that you've been able to accomplish that with the kids. And then Coach K, just to wrap things up, it's pretty clear that you're not American born. Mm-hmm. Just from having conversation with you, how did you wind up in the U.S. as a PE teacher?
So it's a long story actually, but yeah, essentially I came over initially to coach soccer on a short-term visa, like many Brits do and have done in the past. Mm-hmm. I wound up kind of going back and forth for a few years, working in various programs. I ended up working at the New York Red Bulls program for about 5-6 years, coaching boys and girls of a really elite level from the ages of 8 to 14 in their pre-academy program. And then I left there. When I started at Montclair State, I realized that I wanted to do something else, and I didn't have any college credits or a college background from the UK. I didn't go to university. I always share that with the students here, that a lot of people in Europe have a gap year off of education, and I actually had a gap decade off of education. So there's obviously different paths to get to where you want to go, and I managed to graduate Montclair State at the age of 34, 35 maybe, actually, after I've done my student teaching. Right. And then I applied for the PE position here, and at the same time I applied to be I applied for the boys freshman soccer coach position as well. So thankfully it worked out, and this is my 6th year, and it's a great place to be. I really love it here. Absolutely. Well, Ridgewood is lucky to have you as an educator in the classroom and on the field, and we really appreciate you sharing your time with us here today, and we look forward to seeing what you can produce with these girls in the future. So, thanks again, Mr. K. Thanks so much, Chris. Yeah, absolutely. So, thank you everybody for listening and watching, and looking forward to bringing you another Maroon Minute soon.